Hello, my name's Michaela Schmidt, and I go to Anoka Ramsey Community College. So, first of all, I want to talk about how COVID 19 has impacted my life. So, I think the major way COVID 19 has impacted my life and is still impacting my life is just like the switch from in person school to online school because I've done in person school my whole life, and when COVID hit, it was just like boom, we're switching to online, which was really hard for me to get adjusted to at first, just because I kind of lost motivation, but I had to figure that out, and I did, and I actually have better time management skills now, which is beneficial to me. And another way that COVID 19 has impacted my life is for the longest time, I was not able to go to a restaurant and sit inside the restaurant and eat. And that's something that I like to do with my friends and family, and just catch up with my friends and family through going out and eating. And I couldn't do that for the longest time. It was really weird. And it was also hard not being able to see some of my family members for the longest time, because we were scared that they would get infected with COVID 19. So those are just a couple of the ways that COVID 19 has impacted my life. So moving forward, I'm going to talk about how COVID 19 attacks human cells. But before I get into that, just something to keep in mind I'd like to talk about is the renin-angiotensin system, which is a hormone system that regulates blood pressure and includes organs like the kidneys, the lungs, the liver. And I just want to tell you what that is because what I'm about to talk about is happening in that system. So, how it attacks human cells. Well, first of all, when there's a decreased blood flow to the kidneys secrete renin, and that interacts with angiotensin, which is a hormone from the liver, and when they attach, they make angiotensin 1. That then goes and interacts with an enzyme from the lungs called ACE, and when they attach, they make angiotensin 2, which is an active form of a hormone. So next, there's this enzyme called SHEDase. SHEDase is a membrane-bound enzyme, and it cleaves things like cell receptors that are sticking outside of the cell membrane. So, things that are external to the cell. So, anyways, SHEDase cleaves the external part of the ACE2 receptor, and when the cleaved ACE2 receptor interacts with angiotensin 2, it makes angiotensin 1,7, which is the cleaved form of ACE2. So SARS-CoV-2 actually recognizes the intact surface of ACE2, so the part, the cell that is not cleaved, so it still has an external part coming out of the cell membrane. So what SARS-CoV-2 can do is the spikes of SARS-CoV-2 actually can attach to the intact surface of the cell through the ACE2 receptor and use it as a gateway into the cell and to the cytoplasm, where new copies of the virus can be made, and that causes spreading of COVID-19 in the body. So one thing that I found interesting about that is, COVID-19 can only infect the cells that have the non-cleaved receptor. So if the ACE2 is cleaved, it cannot get into the cell and use it as a gateway into the cell. So people with bad health, old age, diabetes, and a bad diet have more of an abundance of the ACE2 receptor, so the one that is not cleaved. So more ways for COVID-19 to get into cells, but young, healthy, fit people have more of the angiotensin 1,7. I just thought that was an interesting fact. So next I want to talk about how the COVID-19 vaccine works. So the COVID-19 vaccine is actually an mRNA vaccine. So what the people who created the vaccine did was they took some RNA from SARS-CoV-2 and they zoomed in on just the spike protein. And they only used the spikes to make mRNA for the vaccine. So mRNA, messenger RNA, can enter cells and give instructions to the cells. So the RNA in the vaccine has instructions on how to build the spikes of SARS-CoV-2. So when the vaccine is put into the body, the immune system learns how to fight the spikes because they're only putting the RNA of the spikes into your body. So they learn how to fight them. And when the spikes of the virus are destroyed, our B cells, which are our memory cells, produce antibodies, and the memory cells remember how to fight the spikes and destroy COVID-19. So when when a person is infected, the immune system knows how to destroy if they have the vaccine. Instead of when a person is infected, the immune system has to take a couple days to learn how to attack the virus and then produce antibodies. But after once our immune system learns how to fight the virus, if you didn't have the vaccine previously, it's already too late. The person probably has symptoms and COVID has already spread in the body. So basically, if you have the COVID-19 vaccine in your body, your immune system already knows how to fight COVID-19, and that will stop the virus from spreading in your body. Thank you.